Alright, good day YouTubers, Uncle Dave from DEECEE's Adventures coming at you with another video from the review rug. Today we have another Becker knife, the Becker BK Magnum camp knife. It's a pretty sweet knife that we got here. It's 13.5 inches overall length. It has an 8-inch cutting blade on it. It's got this sweet little finger cholo, or whatever you guys call them, and it actually makes it for a really good little carving knife. It's interesting that they labeled this the Magnum camp knife, because as far as the Becker BK line goes, this is the thinnest Becker that's on the line. It kind of has like a katana, like sword cut to it almost. It has like a double bevel, a bevel on the top and bottom, and it's an interesting knife to be labeled Magnum camp knife, because I mean, out of all the knives that Becker puts out, like the BK7 here, BK2 here, this has got to be the thinnest knife out of his whole line. So to have the labeling Magnum camp knife is pretty interesting. Has a really interesting cut and a really interesting blade. I mean, look at that compared to the BK2. It's an interesting knife. I don't like it so much, just because basically it's the same size as my BK7, which is my favorite knife, and I would carry this knife always over this one. So this is the BK5 that is going to be given away in February's giveaway. So let's get these knives out of the picture here and get back to talking about this BK5. Because this BK5 is pretty cool though. Especially I've been using it for the last 2 weeks because I'm going to be getting rid of it, like I said, and I wanted to get a little bit of time in with it. And I have found that because of how thin the blade is, it's probably the best smoothest carver or draw knife type blade in the BK line. Like, so when you're stripping bark off and doing like large carving tasks, this is definitely a great knife for it. I mean, batoning large wood and stuff, though, the BK9 or the BK7, I think, would be a stronger knife. So that's why it was kind of weird to me that they have that Magnum label on it. But it is a pretty cool knife, and after using it this week, I almost wish I wasn't getting rid of it, but I've got more than enough knives. So, yeah, there it is, the BK5 camp knife. It's a pretty cool little knife, but it's just like every Becker. Has the palm roll on the end. It has the Grivery plastic handles or scales, easily removed with an Allen wrench. These ones are actually stamped, so this doesn't have the laser in it. This one actually has the stamp, which is really hard to find. Usually they're only old knives that have that, so I'm not sure if these are just old stock that Amazon had when I bought this, or if they're still doing that stamp on this knife. But that is kind of cool. I wish I had more Beckers that had the rolled in stamp. Although Ethan Becker said that he changed it because that makes a weak point right there. You know, where that carving is a place where the knife would probably break if you bent it the wrong way. So it's a pretty cool knife. Becker BK5 Magnum camp knife. Like I said, it's just a really interesting grind and cut that they made on this thing. But like I said, it carves pretty smooth. Like, you can really get up on it because they put that little groove right here. Get up on it. There is not much room to strike your ferro rod on this thing, but once this does strike a ferro rod really well. I did take the black coating off of here. At the end, I'll show maybe a little bit of that video at the end of this video here. But not much more to say. It's another great Becker. It's made out of the 1095 Crowvan steel, and it sharpens up really nice, holds a nice edge, and I don't know if I would consider it a camp knife or a Magnum camp knife, especially with my BK7 being so perfect. But yeah, we'll see whoever gets this in the giveaway. We're gonna have to see what they have to say about it. You know, they'll have a chance to review it on their channel, and we gotta all go over there and watch that video to see what they have to say. Because after they've used it for a long period of time, he or she will have a better idea of what this knife can really do. So it comes with the same sheath pretty much that the BK9 comes with, and it has a little rattle to it. This blade isn't very thick. It's pretty thin for the kind of sheath that it's in. Has the MOLLE attachments and everything. Basically, same sheath that every Becker comes with. Big pocket. Oh, let's see. Yep, and there is even a sheath for a BK 13 Amora. So that's cool. I always like having that little extra sheath in there to put that BK 13 in. So that's it. That's all I have to say about this. We'll have to see what the next user of this knife thinks about it. So make sure you go and leave a comment on the giveaway video for this knife if you want to be entered in to win this knife. And as always, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Uncle Dave from DEECEE's Adventures. Take it easy. Alright, something I did want to mention in the video that I forgot. I figured I'd mention it real quick at the end here. This knife would be really good for carving large animals. So like, I'm from Maine. If you have to carve up a moose or a caribou or a large deer, that's something this knife would be really good at. The cut and how thin it is, it's kind of like a giant fillet knife. It even bends a little, but not really. Not like a fillet knife does, but this is definitely like a fillet knife for a moose. I would say it would do a damn good job at that. So again, as always, thanks for watching the video. Let's cut to a quick shot of this stuff baking in that Jasco. Oh, here's a look. We actually have a B2K stripping down too that's almost finished. But here's that BK5 right when I got it, stripping it down. Just got it today. And yeah, alright, back to the review.